with this webinar, particularly with this webinar, which made method, approach for the face, I would like you to be more active. If you have some your questions, or if you have some things that you have not understood yet before, and it's better to share every your doubt now, because we are specifically for this today. The method of every business, or of every program, or of every production could be, you will be agree with me, of course. So even in Diego Dalla Palma Professional, of course, we have one. So we just check our connections now. If you can hear me well, and if you can see me well, just just type on PC, and we can just check this, and then we go through the presentation, if it's okay. Okay, so thank you very much. Marta said me that there are some people we know each other personally as well, like Pia, for example, or Emily, or Anna. We wrote each other some letters, so I'm very, very blessed. And unfortunately, we can't now speak because we have reduced time for our webinar. But just I would like to let you know that I would like to talk with you personally, like in human style, how to say. But we will have the occasions in the future, I hope, and it will be like this surely. So let's go through the presentation. As I said before, Diego Dalla Palma has the proper own face approach, of course, as every other brand in the modern world. So it's very important in any business and in any project to provide the certain approach. It must be the own approach, to be different from different competitors, and to be on stage, long-lasting stage for our customers. And of course, our brand has clearly its own specific method for realizing the final product. What is our final product? Obviously, there are a lot of, so just there are not just only products like serums or creams, but there are also the programs, the paths, the specific cosmetic paths for application. And also our final product is the complex of all those services we offer to our clients. So with buying some cream or some vial, clients buy from us and take from us the complex of services, which are the treatment and the guide, how to apply and how to use the products. And we will see this all components in this presentation. So just let you to imagine also how this method could be applied in your country, in your particular place. Because and this is our we're very proud of this, that in all the world, Diego Dalla Palma products could be applied in the same way, but at the same time we know the specific conditions of that countries, of that place, could in some way influence the methods. And actually, I would like to know if in your particular place, in your country, you already have the structure of application or proposals or services which you have already changed or modified in some way. So you can write me down then, or we can just talk about this after at the end of the presentation. It would be nice to know. So let's see what is our our incoming, our program, our road to arrive to final product. So the method, of course, method of production, method of every creating of product, especially talking about our RVB Diago Dalla Palma brand, of course, included with the creation from marketing and research and development department. So there people who think about what in the modern world, what in this particular stage of time is important, is requested from the market. And of course, they're researching and it's very very big attention to researching in all the world. Then, of course, the process of commercialization, and at the end, we have the utilization of the product. And in this ring, in this ring of processes, of course, this last one, utilization, it's very, very important because if you imagine this sport relay with different participants, and every each of these participants is very, very important, but the very last one must be the most powerful and how to say, cold mind, without be worry about something. So it must be very sure and strong participant. And it's very nice news for you that you are this last participant of this sport relay, and you receive this relay stick for realizing, for opening all the strengths and all the powers of our products. So my compliments for you, and congratulations for this very, very specific part of this relay. So this method incorporates both scientific and marketing fundamentals. And of course, we have very, very long expertise in this. Diago Dalla Palma brand exists from early 16th. So there are almost 70 years. So it's a very, very long time. Wow. Not very many brands could openly say that this is their powerful point. But for us, the experience and researches from earliest times, they are very important, and we used this experience always with dedication and passion as well. So the generation of idea of any products begins where we unite all the informations, and we create the concept. We create the marketing strategy, and then we analyze all these components for then producing. The development of production is very important as well. Then we perform the tests, and of course then we commercialize the product. And then of course our part, our role is very important for the final product. From idea, how you can see here in this presentation, from idea we are going to formulate, to taste, and then to produce the product. Then, of course, for final products, it's very necessary to have packaging, right? Packaging leaflet and all the materials for our customers. We are working very hardly, marketing and graphic department. And of course, from this right side, you can recognize your role. So educational program, how to transmit to our final client all the qualities of our product through the communication, through the application of high tech with equipment. So we work with equipment and with manual techniques, and of course utilization mastery. So how to apply the product on the face or on the body, so on the skin, because we are working with the skin of clients. Then okay, yes, I just switched on here with this different color to understand better that we are here. So our role is very important role in educational program to obtain the best opening of quality of our final product, and we are in utilization mastery. Okay, so create not only a new and ultra active dermocosmetics, but also to integrate them in a specific path for all the beauty professionals. And these beauty professionals in different countries could be different. So not only beauticians, but aesthetic doctors. We have a lot of medical studios who use our products as, for example, hydrating line or razor face line. They understand that the new technologies which we used in these products, they are in line with the latest researches in dermatology. Of course, for spa operators, all the products could be used. And customer comes for us, and she or he, because not only women we have, of course, like customers, but men as well. And customer comes to us and they want to improve some situation, improve some condition. She or he has probably already tried to do this by her own means. I don't know, she has already heard a lot of advices, or she's seen dozens of internet tutorials. But if she came to us, actually, it means that she did not obtain the desired result she wants to obtain. Therefore, we have no absolutely right to disappoint her. So this is a clear thinking which we want to transmit you. So not disappoint the customer. This means that we must be good experts, know how to recognize the problem exactly in that situation, to be, of course, to be realistic, and therefore to make it clear that with the cosmetics we could obtain excellent results, but using them with constancy, of course, and determination, unlike medical interventions, because they are most rapid and you know that they are immediate in some results, but with different conditions which are not very positive for us. We know about this. And of course, this is our constant challenge, to maintain this high level of expertise for our customers. So professional expertise with a significant historical value. This is our heart of our program of method. And then we have clean and sustainable formulations. And of course, we use the efficacy tests in different institutes. So just rapidly, we look on these 3 points. They are very, very important to obtain the right way from idea of the creation of the product to real product, physical product. So when we are talking about professional expertise, we know that new ideas, new composition, and many original anticipations of some novelties in dermatology world, we always a step before of that. So this is very important, and through the years we saw that a lot of active ingredients in our innovative lines were launched before the people were talking around the world about that active ingredients or that particular researching. For example, when all the newspapers and magazines about dermocosmetics were talking about glycation or anti-inflammation components, or about stem cells, we were already on stage and we were selling the product with stem cells or with peptides against inflammation inside of the skin. So this is a very high and important point. Of course, we are thinking always about clean and sustainable formulations, and very often our formulas are pure and concentrated, very high concentrated. And also they are enriched with special carriers, rejecting everything not needed for effectiveness and stability of formulations. And efficacy tests we perform not here in the office, of course, in our cabins, even if we have already done this, and we continue to perform the initial tests with different models. But the efficacy tests, they are providing the results from University of Federico II now in Naples, or the Faculty of Cosmetology in Ferrara, University of Ferrara, or the specific institute in Milan. They are very known and sure instances about the tests of efficacy. So then in production, every incoming raw material is carefully inspected before it is used in production. Every. And then every end product is carefully checked after each production to ensure it has a good quality, because sometimes happens that something goes wrong, so we must change, of course, some mechanism of production, and we obviously are following this producing processes. And just briefly about sustainability and respect for the environment. We can talk about this longly, and of course it's very important point nowadays. And we take part of Responsible Care project, and we have the certification of EcoCert. Our cosmetic productions uses solar energy and water circulation. And of course, about paper, we have the certificate of FSC, Forest Stewardship Council, a registered trademark of good forestry management. So for saving the paper. Okay, so we know that above all, to have great faith in nature is very important. I explain myself. So the constituents that make the applied method foolproof, they are different. And of course, customer confidence in our professionalism is fundamental. And unquestioned knowledges in the cosmetic field, we have them. Then the method application skills and the correct personalizing of each specific situation, they are very important as well. But above all, we must have a great faith in nature. By nature, I mean our natural biological processes that take place in the human body. Science and researchers are moving very fast in the field of human physiology now, as you know, of course. So it's perfectly from nature and biology that we learn, and we have the knowledges of how our skin works, where the imperfections or discomforts coming from, and how exactly balance and harmony can be obtained. This allowed us to create an approach of prescription and to create the pattern, if you want, or plan how to transmit this. So the method. And Diego Dalla Palma approaches to every woman after a careful analysis must satisfy the needs of different genders, so that each woman recognizes in this brand the ideal interpreter. And of course, the method must have the technological fundament. So our target is safeguarding of infinitely small at the heart of the skin and to re-establish cellular communication. So let's see just each other, just see the next. The method is absolutely to adhere, to follow, regardless of what is the initial situation of the client's skin, and regardless of what client would like to hear, because some times or very often clients is surprised about what we want to say here. And of course, make you or to make you apply on your skin the beauty salon or at home, it's not, she's not very agree with this, and that's why we created the method, which is conducting us to the deeper understanding why is this product, or why is this line or other in the particular situations. And of course, what are the products which are going to work on specific situation? We will understand when we understand very well how is made our skin. Now, very briefly, if you'd like to, we just look on some images from how the structure of the skin. And it's very, very important, even because in cosmetological and dermatological fields, they of course discovering now every time the new components which are in charge of producing some elements in the skin. And of course we are not staying on the fixed point, and we are going every time ahead. The skin, as you know, starting from the most superficial layer and going deeper, is made of epithelium, which is epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis, with all the structures belongs to these different layers. In epidermis, we have basal layer, which is the first one, and where we have the stem cells as well. Spinous layer, which is upper, granular layer, and corneal layer. Of course, the epidermis constantly renews itself, and it's made of corneocytes, which is equal to the amount of dyed ones that are constantly discarded from the skin surface, granting a constant thickness and its barrier function. It's very, very important barrier function of the skin. Epidermis, of course, withstands to a lot of mechanical attacks, and it minimizes the loss of water and electrolytes outwards. It minimizes the entry of microorganisms and harmful substances from outside. All this picture will be useful for you maybe when you explain some structure, some particular structure to your client, so you can use some presentations in different situations. Then the dermis, other a very important layer of the skin, where we find the fibroblasts and proteic fibers, fundamental substances made from glycosaminoglycans and hyaluronic acid. And we find here blood and lymphatic vessels, nerves, and other skin appendages. Basement membrane, which has a role of junction, and junction between epidermis and dermis, and this is a barrier and barrier for different attacks from outside, and barrier to apport our nourishments to basement layer of epidermis, because we know that we have no vessels in epidermis, but to nourish the germinal layer of epidermis, it's very important that our basement membrane is high quality basement membrane with a lot of these undulations. It means that we have more cells in this membrane. So in this way, we will have the good communication of epidermis and dermis. Epidermis is going down under the dermis. They lay with fat cells, and it's actually connective tissue which tightly anchors to dermis and underlying structures. So we see here that it's quite thick layer, and it's very important for our aesthetic, for our style of our face, of our contour, of our shape of our face or body. And when we are talking about aging processes, for example, we know that this adipose tissue in the skin is going to reduce, and to remove the placement, to exchange the placement. So that's why we have the different contours of the face with aging processes. And what's about epidermis as well? Yeah, we can just notice that closely that epidermis closely intertwined with the superficial fascia, and plays the important role in multiple hormonal mechanisms as well. I just sorry about some voices if you hear them, because we have another meeting here in the office. But if it's okay, I'm going ahead. Okay. Then when we are talking about microbiome, of course, there are a lot of research now on the of the upper layer, on the superficial layer of the skin, where we have the stratum microbiome with the harmful elements and bacteria. The qualifying of the skin microbiome could prove very useful in the context of various epidermal therapies. And now a lot of researching is going to deeper in for understanding how to protect our superficial layer of epidermis. So the method. The method, how I said before, it's absolutely to follow, because we would like to have the perfect condition through the years, of course, but not every time we can have it. And wrinkles, dehydration, sensitive oily skin, and all are the external things of a deeper internal unease at a biological level, leads us to lose our harmony. So we have at the end intoxicated cells with reduced metabolism and vitality. But the problem is that the cells with reduced metabolism, where the cells not anymore active and with the big working with the big enthusiasm, they lose our communicating properties. So that's why the result is that we lose the dialogue between epidermis and dermis, and at the end we lose our protection from epidermis, our hydration from epidermis, and our firm structure from dermis. And this is due to losing of communication. This is a little animation video, rebalancing of the communication network and of skin biorevitalization is very important for us. So, the method of Diego Dalla Palma Pro is organized by 3 steps. I just talking now about face, so facial treatments. So we have different stages and different products, but with every line and with every path, every program, we will follow this specific method. When we are going, firstly, detoxify and regulate metabolism with the active complex, which is cell detoxium. We will talk about this later. Then, second step, stimulate the cell biorevitalization with the different active complexes. And then at the end, to harmonize cellular communications. I would like to say just only that in some way, the third step of the method is the consequence of 2 first steps. So if we correctly performed the first step and the second step, the third step of harmonize the cellular communication will be done in automatic way, how to say. So we will obtain the communication between the cells if we revitalize them, and if we detoxify them, and if we reactivate them. Is it clear? So this is the most important point of this presentation. This method we will apply on every part you have in your institute. And we created this map where we can find every line of our brand. So the first step of the method, as I said before, is to detoxify cells and to regulate the metabolism. Just briefly, because if not, we must stay a long time for every line and every active ingredients. But detoxification of the cells is fundamental, because without this we cannot give to cells other components which she needs. So toxins are primary enemies of the skin, and they are going very deep inside of the cell. So in some way the cell is going to stand by program, because it's not able to to proceed with the normal activity, vital activity. Because the cells, you know, they are like us, like the whole organism. So we all stay alive, we breathe, we talk, we have some activities, we can be sick, and we can die. So in minimum of this organism we have in our body, in the single cell, we have the similar processes. So it's very important to eliminate all the disturbing components and to obtain the clear and clean field for other programs, for other activities of the cell. So we are talking now about every single cell. So the first step of the method. And we find it in this specific map we have created at the center. As you see, in the center of this disc, of this heart, we put it cleansing with this light blue color and ingredients which is going to work mostly, because there are a lot of active ingredients, of course, but the most important one is the cell detoxium. And with this, we obtain the action of detoxination and regularization. The second step, we are still in the single cell, and we are going to stimulate the cell biorevitalization. The terming of cell biorevitalization, or just only biorevitalization, is not the new for you, and biorevitalization is using now a lot is using in the medical center with the programs and with the treatments by aesthetic medical doctors. But we have done our method, the biorevitalization, our proper method, which is going to increase longevity of the cells. So, of course, we took inspiration from brand new techniques of dermal biorevitalization, but we obtained the formulas which are very sure and very specific, and which are going rapidly to the heart of the cells. And this stimulation of biorevitalization we have with these three different active ingredients: ribivil, royal actin epipeptide, and 51+3 yellow complex. And in this map, we can see these three active ingredients here: ribivil, prolactin epipeptide, and 51+3. Do you see this? So after the cleansing, we are going outside from this center, and we have these three different active ingredients for the action of biorevitalization. And we put it here also the communication, because with biorevitalization, we will obtain the right communication between the cells or inside the single cell, because communication of different components inside every single cell, it's very important as well, not just only between the cells, but inside of every single cell. And then we improve the cellular communication, which could be done between, as I said before, a single cell here, because of course you know that for the communication the cells use the receptors and the different messengers, chemical messengers. Here the cell communicates with its cells. Here two different cells which are very close one to other, and they are communicating due the chemical messengers. And here, two different cells which are posted a little bit far one from other, not very close to one to other. So the connection we have thanks to vessels, to blood vessel. So the blood circulation helps us for the best communication between the cells as well. We are still on third step, which called cellular network to harmonize cellular communications. And of course, as I said before, the chemical messengers of this communication could be these different bioactive molecules, which are ions or oligoelements, which are united them together. They are individual amino acids or peptides or proteins. Peptides, there are two or more amino acids. Or proteins, there are a chain, there are a ring of peptides, proteins. Then we can use sugar or glycans or hormones. Hormones are very important messengers inside of our body. And vitamins and photons. Photons, of course, we use when we apply the equipment, machine for our treatment. And these are all messengers which act between the cells for transmitting the information, for communicate one with other. So the specific action we have in this particular step on harmonizing of cellular communication, we obtained with super concentrated cocktails of active ingredients with biomimetic peptides. Biomimetic peptides, they are substances that are able to stimulate the expression of the genes and the cellular messengers, of course, as well. And we regulate in a targeted way the cell communication at the basis of each different imperfection. So again, our map to adhere, to follow, for memorizing very well where are we in which step. So of course, collaboration with professionals for the development of exclusive massage techniques aimed at supporting and boosting the cosmetic action of our products. And then, of course, the AVB Skin Tech technologies helps us a lot, which are dermafrequency 3D and diamond resurface. So manual techniques and equipment as well, they are very important. So utilization mastery. We are talking now about what is for you the aim to obtain, and what is the plan, the program for you and for your customer. This will be the method of utilization mastery. Remember, please, that it's very important to perform the targeted analysis of the skin when we do the first interview with our client, with our customer. So write down in the schedule, in the personal schedule, all the habits and all the home care routine of the client. What is the desired result for her? Even if maybe she is wrong about understanding what is her problematic. Of course, after that, it's very important to make a correct choice of the program. But this program must be done after the first detoxifying treatment. Do you remember that the first step is detoxifying treatment? Then, of course, after the performing the program, we better going on the consolidation and deepening and maintenance of the best condition of the skin for the next 9 or 12 months. So in this way, we will have our client during all the year, and this is the best result for us, for your institute, and for the condition of our client's skin. Remember that the best product is that product which satisfies our client's skin. Then use of home products all year round. Of course, we can use the products with the possibility of interchanging the products between them. Why not? For the client. And then, of course, it's very important to use the sun products and the correct use of high quality makeup. I don't know if all of you have our makeup, but it completes our method. Surely it completes and it improves the final result of our clients in terms of condition and of the skin, because what she sees in the mirror in every evening after removing the makeup is your results of your work. So use all these techniques and all these instruments. Utilization mastery. So from anamnesis to trade proposal. As I said before, very often customers do not know what their skin needs, but they know very well what they want to correct. So we use this. Why not? It could be very useful for us. Professional tools, as I said before, with aesthetic checkup or the the schedule from Skin Map line, it's very useful. You can use them. I just show you just for remembering. Of course, the beauty quote summaries could be done in different points, but here I just imported the questions. What we must do, how, what are the professional treatments and home routine, how, duration and frequency of session and explanation of self-care, of course, how much, 3 different alternative, how much, I mean, how many different products we apply and how much it could be cost. And why now? To take advantage of promo and discounts, of course. Don't forget about this. And here I reported just the different anamnesis cases. And there are the examples about the information we must write down and keep with carefully in our institutes, about different conditions and what are the center services, what we can propose to her, and what are the sensations and perceptions of the client's skin. There are different ladies, as you see, and we just write down all the information. So back to our method. Detoxify the skin cells and regulate metabolism into the single cell. I just look how many time we have, more than, okay. So just very briefly, we now just remembering, just refresh our memory about our already existing products. Cell detoxium is the active ingredient, which is most important ingredient in the detoxifying line, and it works to activate, to stimulate the formation of autophagosomes. Autophagosomes are the vesicles, the natural vesicles we have inside of our skin, and they intended to incorporate and break down toxins. So in this way, of course, for removal of cellular toxicity and waste substances. And it works on with the alpha glucans from Candida cytoana. This is the components from vegetal world, which is going to smooth microrelief and improves the radiance. In this way, the skin's homeostasis, which is cellular balance, is restored, and the skin is ready to be regenerated or biorevitalized with the number 2 step of the method. So the step 2 is to stimulate cells activity and the skin biorevitalization, and we are still in the single cell. Do you remember about 3 different components which we use for skin biorevitalization? So we have Revivil in resurface line, Royal Active Epipeptide in skin map line, and 51+3 yellow complex in different specific lines from our map. And they are just your for remembering your images of these different lines. So, Revivil. We are talking about skin renewal. And of course, when we are talking about the skin renewal and revitalization, it means for us to substitute, to renew, to regenerate, to make it different, but visibly different. So we must to work with something quite strong and quite active. And with this line, we can obtain all these results, but in a very safety way. Revivil was discovered during a bioguide fractionation of one plant, which you see in this photo. And the plant extract, which is going to restore the renewal processes by sequential activation from stem cells stimulation to microbiota protection. So, wow, this active ingredients which is going to work not only on deep inside of the skin, so on the basis layer, but even protect our skin from external aggressions, because it protects the microbiome of the skin. It's very, very important. So with Revivil, we will go to protect and to regenerate, to reactivate our stem cells. Yes, this is the image, this picture, exactly what I said before, some seconds before. So we obtained with this action the rebalanced and deeply regenerated skin from bottom to top. Then another components we use with the different line, which is skin map line, is Royal Actin Epipeptide. Through cellular resetting, where we obtain the action of promoting the reactivation of those genes responsible for the physiological activity of protecting and repairing the damages caused by external agents and the unbalanced lifestyle. With this line, as you remember, we talked about epigenetics, and this royal actin, which is produced by bees, epigenetic regulator that promotes reading and subsequent expression of the genes most responsible for growth and spawning capacity. Royal actin epipeptide, really pentapeptide 48, is innovative biocamouflage peptide with biorevitalizing action, and it was studied with different studies around the world. It mimics the powerful action of royal actin contained in royal jelly, and it accelerates epidermal regeneration processes for anti-aging action, of course. And then other component, which is not component, but this is a complex, and we are very proud about this complex because it's exclusive registered trademark by our bee skin lab, and we obtained it in 2011. So we launched the line in 2012 with this complex, which is 51+3 halo complex, which is going to promote the reactivation of cellular metabolism by providing the most essential and vital elements for the skin. and we find them in ultra pure and stable form. And we find it in all specific lines. What includes the 51 plus 3 halo complex? Contains high quality bioactive substances, which are amino acids, vitamins, trace elements and minerals, nucleic acids, ceramides, and cellular osmoprotectors, and hyaluronic acids. Each of these components is contained with the required percentage and with a concentration that works to its maximum efficiency. So it means that in different products, we have not the similar percentage of, for example, vitamins or ceramides. So we know that in some products, we need more cellular osmoprotectors, so we increase the percentage in that line. Or, for example, in the anti-age line, we need more of amino acids, so we are going to increase the number of amino acids in different other lines. So that's why it's very calibrated on the specific needs of the skin. And just briefly, for remembering you, what are the amino acids with different structures, which are going to improve the resistance of structural components as collagen and elastin and keratin. And of course, amino acids are produced by the cells, by our cells, to protect the skin, and they are already part of our natural moisturizing factor. And some take part in the regulation of cell metabolism, so we improve the condition from this point of view. Of course, without vitamins, we could not imagine our life, and we inserted a lot of vitamins with the specific functions. And we used the chiral active form of different vitamins, stabilized form, and we encapsulated them in liposomes or nanovesicles for the best transmitting, for the best arriving to the point we want to obtain. Then trace elements and minerals for health of our skin. Trace elements, they are micronutrients, and minerals, they are macronutrients, as you know. Then nucleic acids, the particles, the fractions of DNA and RNA, they take part of production of energy and proliferation of the new cells. Ceramides, cellular osmoprotectants, like betaine and trehalose, they are very important as well. So we are talking still about 51 plus 3 halo complex, and we finish with the 3 hyaluronic acids of high molecular weight, low molecular weight, and glycosaminoglycans. So we obtained the studies, efficacy studies after 24 hours on the skin, and just look on this perfect results about increasing of metabolism and increasing of different protein structures, or increasing of protection against pollution. They're a very high percentage. So 51 plus 3 halo complex we will find in specific lines like purifying line here, soothing line, and moisturizing line. Then in specific lines which are anti-age line, which are icon time and white light. So how to choose our choice between 3 offers differing in skin condition, problem, or skin type, or seasonality? Because it is very important how to program the path for our client. And if we choose the skin map, or if we choose the resurface line, or if we choose anti-age and the other lines as specific lines. Of course, it depends on analysis on the first interview and how the skin is responding to our treatments and home care treatment. So, of course, for a review for a resurface line, which we must perform after detoxification, it's better to perform the treatment in seasons where we have no sun, and we choose this treatment for those persons who has who have the loss of brightness or uneven complexions or wrinkles. So all these points are okay for us for doing the resurface line. Then if you want to begin our path to start our program with skin map line, it's okay for any season. And of course, we must have these different requests, like stressed skin, like presence of multiple imperfections, or some season changes. And the 51+3 halo complex reactivation for our biorevitalization step 2 method, it's could be done on all skin types in every season. And we can choose it if we have no other different points which we saw here in the yellow part and in white one. So you can just choose one of them. Here again, how to perform our path, our program, how to propose it. So in fall, winter, and spring, no summer. This is just example, but it's a very good and clear example what we must do. So we firstly detox with one treatment. Then we can perform 2 or 4 or 6 treatments of resurface, or we can perform skin map 4 treatments of skin map. If we choose to do both of them, we can perform 2 resurface treatments, fresh up initial treatments, and then proceed with 4 treatments of skin map. And then after some weeks or after 1 or 2 months, we can proceed with specific anti-age or other specific line, like icon time or soothing line, for example. In the summer, it's better to exclude, to eliminate the resurface proposals because of acids and because of the most exposed delicate skin. And we perform the cleansing line, the cleansing treatment, and then skin map 4 treatments, and then 4 or more treatments of specific or anti-aging line. I hope that it's clear for you. Okay, then third step of harmonization and cellular communication. Of course, we are going to obtain the action for every single case. And we have a lot of specific biomimetic peptides and other active ingredients which are going to obtain the desired condition. For example, the blend of oils or some active ingredients from nature, or some structures, some fractions of peptides, for rebalance the cell communication at the base of each singular and different blemish. So in these specific lines, like icon time, white light, moisturizing, purifying, and soothing lines, we will have a lot of other active ingredients, which is going to help us to harmonize the cell communication. Of course, product, massage and equipment together they guarantee the result, but a particular attention to the clients is total well-being, which is very, very fundamental for us. So we try to create the condition where the skin is able to be distended, to relax. It's very, very important for us. It's essential for us. Through the senses, we engage the whole nervous system and the connective tissue of the body to find themselves in a very safe and comfortable space. And in this way, we providing a special time for body and soul. So 1 hour on 1 hour and half or 2 hours she passed in your institute will be like a big resource for resource for the client. So briefly, we remember what we have in every of this line. Okay, I hope and I'm sure that you know better than me all the steps of every single line, but just to remember to reorganize our memories. So detoxification with the cleansing, it's the line for all skin types, and we start every program, every path with this line. The active ingredients, which is going to help us through the stimulation of autophagosomes, which is going to clean, to detoxify the cells and extracellular structures. What are micelles? Because we have the micellar milk and biphasic lotion. So with the micelles, where we have these active ingredients, which is Hydra-Moist, we are going to eliminate the impurities and dead cells and to incorporate fatty substances, which are sebum or silicones or different oils on our surface of the skin. So micelles lastly remain stuck to the cotton pad, which we use with hands, and eliminate them. So micelles is the new innovative technologies, which is very famous right now. But when we launched this line, we were first, as always, with micelles, with this product. Professional products. There are different professional products we can use in one single treatment. We can perform the squeezing with this blackhead squeezing balm, just only in using of blackhead squeezing, of course. If no, we don't use this, and we apply the mask, astringent soothing mask, even if we did not perform the squeezing, because this is a very hydrating mask, not just only astringent. Then in a professional line, we have 3 different exfoliating products, which are enzymatic exfoliant, then mandelic acid exfoliant, and combined acid peeling. Here we have some informations for who we can propose these exfoliating products. So it's better to remember that for delicate skin, we apply the enzymatic exfoliant. This exfoliant is good for even eye treatments, which we perform with our Icon Timeline, or if you want to perform your specific personal treatment on eyes. Enzymatic exfoliant is very good for this. So this is the schedule of all the treatment of cleansing of 45 minutes. And here we have already pictures about 2 different cross-segment products, which we will use for home care and for using of in cabin for professional care, which is going not just only to segment of detoxification, but even in home care. So These are two different cross-segment products, which we will use in other different lines, not just only with cleansing. Okay, so daily protective fluid with the ultralight texture and with invisible effect, which is liquid cream, or CP cream color perfecting city protector, always with the SPF 50, with very rich texture, which is going to unify in color. And this is an alternative for using daily protective fluid. Okay. Home care products here are. I like this star products, which is increasing the action power of all products, which is this detoxifying essential concentrate. We can propose this concentrate even if we are in sight of other program like icon type program or whitening program. So this is a very high performance product with a lot of active ingredients and with a high percentage of antioxidant components. You see here coenzyme Q10, alpha lipoic acid, vitamin C. They are classic, but they are very, very powerful. Okay, then the method of biorevitalization. So we are in second step of our method with intensive treatments. And we just briefly going through two different intensive lines, which are Resurface 2 and Skin Map line. For who were here with us last time when we were talking about Resurface line and Skin Map, we just remembering, we just refresh the information, but very, very briefly. Resurface means the new era of skin renewal treatments. It means a different approach to substitute to regenerate. Resurface 2 means that we have two different proposals for anti-age and for pigmented skin. It visibly reduces wrinkles, scars, imperfection, and other uneven complexions while respecting the delicate skin balance. So it's very, very sure line anyway. It was tested by University of Federico II of Naples, and we have very good results, for example, with this specific line, which is pro-age line, just only with 4 treatments. So this is a very excellent result. So you can see the difference. And in Skin Refine treatment, we obtain this result after 4 treatments, just 4 weeks. So active ingredients, the most important, the core active ingredients is Revivil, and we mentioned about this before, which is promoter of biorevitalization. Revivil helps us to protect when we use the acid complex, to protect the skin and to regenerate the microbiome, the surface layer of our skin. And it goes to regenerate stem cells. Then, of course, acid complex, because the line, the most important products of this line is acid complex. With they are like friends, like copy, with HA anti-irritant system. And then we have specific formulas, which are AGF epidermal growth factor or azelaic acid combined with vitamin PP and microencapsulated retinol for 3 different proposals. Just briefly, in acid complex, we have glycolic acid, mandelic acid, and the new innovative one, gluconolatone acid, which is normally presented in our skin, especially of young people's skin. And it has a lot of antioxidant properties as well. As I said before, acid complex is combined together with the HA anti-irritant system, where we find the osmoprotectors, which is betaine, with a high percentage of this component. And it is going to reduce the appearance of undesirable effects with this skin acid products. And as well, it has sensory properties, and that's why we have very pleasant application. We like it because it's very smooth and velvety. So for performing of this line, we must choose the right proposal. So we can propose the fresh up treatment, which includes 2 sessions or two different lines, 2 different ways for our client. Where we have more things of age, of course, we propose the pro-age path made from 4 or 6 sessions. Or for who has some blemishes or some imperfections on the skin, we propose the skin refine path made from 4 or 6 sessions as well. And how to combine them together? Okay, so we see here that firstly, we perform 2 fresh up treatments with 15 of acids, and then we choose or this line, which is anti-age line, or the skin refine line. And in stage 2 of this, both of them, we perform 2 treatments with 20% of acids, and in stage 3 of both of these lines, we will use 40% of acids. So if my skin is not very young, if I have wrinkles, and if I have some spots, if I have some losing of tone, I surely will choose anti-age line, and my path will be 2 fresh up, 2 anti-age with 20, and 2 anti-age with 40. At whom I will use epidermal growth factor and retinol at the end of the treatment. See, all this information you will find in your technical dossier in your schedule for professional treatments. This is just one example, or maybe I had put all of them. Yes, I have put all of them. So this is example of fresh up treatment. Sorry. This is a pro-age treatment when we exchanged and we applying here 20% of combined acids, and we added the skin renewal serum AGF. And for pro-age high intensity, we just change the product of acid concentrate, and we take 40% of acids. This is a skin refine, medium intensity with 20%, and high percentage we have with the skin refine high intensity treatment. Then the same formulas, the same components we will find in home care products. So the person will use the same rebalancing serum or skin renewal serum or regenerating serum for maintaining the condition of the skin. And of course, we have the Cica Ceramides cream with anti-reddening, soothing, and repairing action, with biomimetic ceramides and tiger grass, which is natural vegetable extracts, and horse chestnuts and couscous. This cream is a very rich one, and I think that you have tried already. It could be the right product for even who goes to mountain, and for very cold parts of the Earth. So intensive biorevitalization line, another one, which is skin map line, your court of beauty, where, as I said before, we use mostly the royal actin epipeptide, and it goes to reactivate our tissue for the best biorevitalization. Of course, it's very important role of beautician in this specific line. We have created a specific method, not just only method of Diego Dalla Palma Pro, but the specific method of this skin map line, because we used the differentiation of different districts of our face, because the districts of our face, they are not same, and on the same face we can have the different blemishes and different disease, different manifestation or of some imperfections. For example, if I generally have dry skin, my skin could have even some rednesses or some blemishes like spots or some wrinkles. So with this line, we can obtain the very whole and very generic and specific targeted proposal for every single case. There are examples of the specialized work units or districts of our skin. So we just choose one of them, and then we can apply the specific product for every line. There are different districts, as I said before, and now we have the new one, which is district of eye contour. And the products are added to professional treatment and to home care treatment as well. This is an example of how we sing every initial letter of our products to remember and to copy this picture to our client schedule, personal schedule, to remember and to work on it. So what are the professional boosters? Professional treatments and boosters. Yes, and what are the professional boosters, professional products? Of course, the one we use every time and for every skin will be Anti-Ox for the best regeneration. And then we will choose New Line, 3D Sculpt, or Stop Red, or Instant Matte. It depends in which district of our skin is suffering. This is an example of professional treatment of skin map. And now we are in anti-age biorevitalization line with 51+3, a yellow complex. And we treat every case of not anymore young skin, how to say. So we treat the chrono and photo aging, and of course we obtain the improving talking about wrinkles and loss of elasticity. This line is enriched with silver, gold, and platinum, so they're very luxury active ingredients. And of course we're talking about the processes as glycation and inflammation, and we have the specific active ingredients which are going to protect our skin from the deepening of these processes. I just jumped through one picture, which is this. Yes, because we have 3 different anti-age treatments for who has just to preview, just to counteract aging accelerated by external factors, and then the redensifying anti-age treatment with fill-in action as well. And then the third one, which is ideal for over 50 years old and for menopausal and premenopausal women, women who have skin signs of fatigue and loss of elasticity. So we have a lot of proposals for every case. Again, we have here the cross-segment product, which we can use not just only with this line, of course, when we mix it with serums, with professional serums, but we can sell it for home use as well, right? I have summed up. Sorry, just then check this. This is a professional product, yes, surely, and we mix it with the serums. But we know that this line, this product, hyperactive vitamin C, is from white light line, which is going to obtain our antioxidant in action very, very highly. And the new technology of producing of this product, it's very important. It was studied about 12 years of research and obtained it from sophisticated patented freeze drying processes. So that's why the product is quite expensive, but it's very high performance in product. We can use it with different oily products. So just not only with serums from Icon Timeline, but even with for example, Trilogy products, okay, with this, or with other repair oil serum from Hydrectin line. So use this vitamin C, which is very, very powerful every time you remembering about our action, about antioxidant action. Okay, professional treatments in anti-age Icon time, where we have even the treatment for eyes and critical points with a nice mask, which is super mask for eyes, and specific creams, sorry. This is example of how we proceed, how we perform the treatment. And here we have revitalizing, redensifying, and renewal treatment with adding of 1 pearl of vitamin C. Okay, so this is examples how to perform it. And then the relaxed treatment for eyes, just example how to do it with right times and with schedule of times and with the ml. So here we have the proposals, how better to obtain the program, how to calculate the program. For example, when our client is 40 years old, we can just propose to perform 1 revitalizing anti-age treatment and then proceed with the redensifying anti-age treatment, because both of them have the right components and right active ingredients for work on that diseases of the skin. We recommend to do 1 treatment per week, as all the treatments of our brand. Okay, so home care products like Trilogy and Gold Elixir, this new one, serum about for redensifying effect, will be used during the year. This is a light consistent, like light formula. I mean, it's light because it's not oily, and these are oils. This product as well, there are oily products which you can propose during the year for who has very hydrated skin. For example, for using it just only in the evening, just once a day. So don't forget about cross-segment products which we can propose to our clients during the year. Okay, so there are super masks and super masks for treatment and super mask for eyes as well. Home care products with corrective eye cream, so three proposals. And then we have another one, which is anti-age biorevitalization line, where we used 51+3 yellow complex. And we propose it for all those conditions of gray and dull skin, for dark spots. And this is a very, very strong line, actually. Somebody asked me before in some previous webinars if we can perform resurface line, or it's better to start with this white line if we have a lot of spots of hyperpigmentation. And the answer is, if you correctly program your method of working in institute, it's better to start with detoxifying, of course, and then resurface line. It could be not just two fresh up treatments, but even 4 or 6 treatments of resurface, and then proceed with 4 treatments of white light. It will be the best effect. For you, up to you, is the choice of using the products, because the serums from resurface lines, they could be used even if you perform in your institute the white light line. It's they are very addicted one to other, so they are in symbiosis, in harmony. They are working together. So okay, mature skin and spots, of course, and we have double action perfecting even in white light line. We have different treatments, we can obtain different results, but it depends of what is the initial condition of the skin. So we can have the irregular production of melanin, but we can have even the most wrinkles, so it will be anti-age or anti-pigment line treatment. So active principles are active ingredients which is going to work with this line. There are pro-white bispheres and glycans, and we have a lot of combined acids as well for the best anti-pigmentation action, which is phytic acid, for example, which goes to counteract the process of hyperpigmentation. And of course, 51+3 halo complex. Then we have diamond lightening complex, which is going to obtain for us the luminous and bright effect. So treatment brightening, treatment anti-dark spot, and treatment anti-dark spot and anti-age. We can choose one from these 3 proposals. This is example of brightening treatment, anti-dark spot treatment, and anti-dark spot and anti-aging treatment. Don't worry about all this information. I put it inside it for your best remembering, but you can have this presentation, I think so. Then, after the home care products, we have specific lines, and there are not new lines, and it's better if we just remember them, but they use all of them inside the action of 51+3 yellow complex, and they are dehydrated. They are moisturizing line, reinforced with the yellow 4 plump. This is active ingredient for improving of matrix, of skin matrix. And there are a high percentage of different molecular weight of hyaluronic acid. And Also, we are talking here about the cleansing product, because in this treatment we perform the massage with the product from cleansing line, which is a massage cream. And we use this product during different treatments, which is this massage cream just for professional use. Not just only in white light, but in different, not just only in white light and moisturizing light, but in different others. Okay, this is example of moisturizing treatment, estimated time 45 minutes. Then we have purifying line for combination in oily skin. All these cases could be treated, because remember that our treatment, our lines, they are all anti-age lines. So we didn't create the line which doesn't have inside some anti-age or antioxidating components. So it could seems like okay, it's purifying line, it's just for young people or for those have some problem, but it's not like this, because combination oily skin could be happen to any in any age, and we women know about this because with some changing of hormonal balance, we can instantly have some manifestation of acne, for example. So we treat the skin with this specific line and with home care products. We have here probiotic lactobacillus and bacicoil ICN, the sebo-normalizing component, and we have no ages peptides for anti-inflammation action. Here is the example of the treatment. And then we have the soothing sensitive skin, soothing of sensitive skin line for sensitive and delicate skin. We use it more and more, this line, because in modern world, the cases of sensitive and delicate skin is increasing progressively because of stresses, because of unbalanced habits and other reasons. So use this line even if the skin even if the skin appears to be normal, but in some cases we can just notice that some tinkling effect or some rednesses can be appear. So just using one cream for night or specific cream for protecting vessels with 15 SPF protection could be very useful. Here, very briefly, which cases requested for this for using of this line, and our solution, of course, how in our different lines is to protect the delicate skin with the specific active ingredients, which are peptides and other natural components, like, for example, Elicina, snail slime extract, very famous right now. But we were from first brands in the world, we were talking about this as well. So this is the list of specific professional products, the example of treatment, and home care products. I have talked about this cream, Ultra Gentle 24 Hours Nutri Cream, and this anti-wrinkle protective cream, which are very, very powerful for delicate skin. Okay, so in this stage, I would say that we arrived to the finish of the presentation. And sorry if it lasted a little bit more than programmed, but anyway, the method includes all these proposals, and they are like our children, you know, so it's so difficult to cut one of them and to leave it there by itself. So we know that the main thinking, the main thing I would like to transmit you, that the method is not only the application and using correct using of stages of treatments, but leading and following our condition of our skin during all the year, starting from detoxification and then proceeding with skin regeneration, biorevitalization, and then maintaining the conditions you obtained with specific lines, and using the cross segment products and combine them together. It's okay. About mixing some different products, you can ask me, even you can write me on international training diegodallapalma.com. And if you have some other questions about active ingredients, I will ask our product manager, Anna Mastropaolo. So I'm here open for your some requested, and I hope you are alive there. And thank you for this time. Are there some questions, Marta? No? Okay. So we see that it's no question, so it means that I was quite clear. Thank you very much for presence, and thank you very much for your attention. And I hope we will see each other, if not for webinar, but for international training we will program in the future. It will be online as well, and it will be the unique possibility for us in this period. I just would like to wish you the very good healthy conditions with this specific period in all the world. And thank you, and see you the next time. Bye bye.